Welcome to RKD Chemistry Academy channel. Today we are going to discuss about model periodic table. This is developed by Moseley. According to Moseley, the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers or electronic configurations. Okay. According to Moseley, the modern law of periodic table, the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions. Periodic functions means the functions which are repeated in regular intervals are periodic functions with respect to their atomic numbers or electronic configurations. So, here by seeing this statement from Moseley, he developed a relation between periodic functions of elements and electronic configuration. How we can establish this relation? He did an experiment, that is discharge tube experiment, which is also called, this is Coolidge tube, this is anode, this is cathode. From this cathode, highly energetic electrons are coming, and these electrons will bombard with the target atoms elements, then those target atoms will release some electromagnetic radiation in 90 degrees angle with certain frequency. Those electromagnetic radiations are also called X-rays. Those X-rays frequency is studied by Moseley. By studying the frequency of X-rays, he calculated the protons of target elements atoms. He also concluded that every element atom has developed its characteristic frequency of X-rays after bombarding with the highly energetic electrons. Electrons have negative charge, so the highly energetic electrons will interact with the protons of the target atoms. So, the developed or produced X-rays are responsible for the protons of the target atoms only. So, the number of protons equal to atomic number, which is denoted by Z. Denoted by Z. Then he also believed that atomic weight is not useful to classify the elements when compared to atomic number. And in general, number of electrons equal to number of protons for a neutral atom. So, by studying the frequency of X-rays in this experiment, Moseley calculated number of protons, means that is equal to number of electrons also. The electrons only responsible for the characteristics of the element with respect to chemical reactions. So, the electrons are equal to in number to protons. So, electronic configuration is obtained from the calculation of the number of protons from the study of X-rays which are produced in the Moseley's experiment. According to Moseley, the modern periodic table contains 7 periods, that is rows, and 18 columns. Those rows are called periods, 7 periods, and columns means groups are 18 groups. 18 groups. The 7 periods, in 7 periods, the first period has only 2 elements. Those are namely hydrogen with atomic number 1 and helium with atomic number 2. He fills the elements in the periodic table in 7 periods and 18 groups as per Aufbau principle only. That means the electrons will enter first into n equal to 1 shell, that is K shell. It has only one orbital, that is 1s. It contains maximum 2 electrons in it. So, we have to fill first main shell, that is n equal to 1. So, the periodic table which is modern has in its first period only 2 elements, and whatever it may be the element, its period number is equal to its number of main shell, what it with it. So, the number of main shells present in an atom is equal to the period of that atom only. Suppose if we observe hydrogen and helium, in these 2 elements the main shell is only 1. So, these 2 elements belongs to first period. In second period, we have 2 we have 8 elements. Why? Because in second period means we have to fill n equal to 2 main shell, that is 2s subshell and 2p subshell. 2s subshell we have to fill 2 electrons, and in 2p subshell we can fill 6 electrons, total 8 electrons. Means in n equal to 2 main shell we can accommodate 8 electrons. That means, so in second period also we can have 8 elements, and the second period elements starts with lithium 3 and ends with neon 10, and third period starts with sodium 11 and ends with argon 18. Why? Because so in first period we have 2 elements, in second period we have 8 elements, in third period also we have 8 elements. Why? Because actually n equal 3 has 3 subshells, 3s, 3p, 3d, but the 3d subshell is not filled after filling 3p. Why? Because we have to fill 4s subshell after filling 3p but not 3d. So in n equal to 3 subshell we have to fill 3s and 3p orbitals only for third period. So third period has also only 8 electrons. Next comes to n equal to 4, that is fourth period. In fourth period we have to fill n equal to 4 main shell. n equal to 4 main shell has 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f main shells, subshells. But in these subshells we can fill first 4s, after that 3d. Why? Because here we left 3d subshell of n equal to 3, but now we can fill 3d subshell. After that we can fill 4p subshell. So 4s has 2 electrons, 3d has 10 electrons, 4p has 6 electrons. Total 18 electrons are present for this 4s, 3d, 4p subshells. So in n equal to 4 main shell, so in fourth period we can fill 18 elements, which starts with potassium 19 and ends with krypton 36. Next, in fifth period we have to fill n equal to 5 main shell. Here also we can fill 5s, 4d and 5p subshells like n equal to 4. In n equal to 4 we fill 4s, 3d and 4p subshells. In n equal to 5 we have to fill 5s and 4d and 5p subshells. So in this also we can fill 18 elements which are starts from rubidium, atomic number is 37 and ends with xenon and its atomic number is 54. And now sixth period starts with cesium. Sixth period starts with cesium. Its atomic number is 55 and ends with radon 87. 6 radon 86. In this we have to fill the orbitals of 6s in above we have filled 5d 4d, so in this we have to fill 5d and 4f next 6p. Okay, here according to we are filling all these orbitals according to Aufbau principle only. Already we studied Aufbau principle. According to Aufbau principle, electrons will enter into the available orbitals which have least energy. Okay. Next, seventh period, n equal to 7. In n equal to 7, we have to fill 7s, 6d, 5f and 7p orbitals. Seventh period starts with francium 87 and it ends with in middle itself only. So because seventh period is incomplete period and sixth period we have 32 elements. Okay, from this discussion it is clear that in first period we are only filling s orbital. So the last electron will enter into the s orbital. The last electron which is filled in the outermost orbital is called differentiating electron. According to differentiating electron, where it enters, the class of the element will be decided. So the first period elements are belongs to S black and second period elements are belongs to S black and P black. Why? Because the differentiating electron of second period are entering into S and P orbitals only. In third period also electrons are entering into 3s and 3p orbitals. So in third period also we have S black and P black elements. Which decides the black of element? Means the differentiating electron where it enters, that only decides the black of that element. If the differentiating electron enters into s orbital, the element belongs to S black elements. Otherwise, if it is entered into P black or D black or F black, then it will decides the class of or black of that element. N equal to 3 subshell is filled. N equal to 3 main shell is filled in third period, but 3D is not filled. The 3D is filled in N equal to 4 main shell in fourth period, the after filling 4s. So in fourth period we are filling S subshell and 3D subshell and 4p subshell. So how many electrons we are filling in 4s2? 3d 10, 4p 6, total 18 electrons. So 18 elements are present in fourth period, and in this fourth period we have S black and P black and D black elements, and the D black elements are belongs to 3D transition state. Why? Because in this period we are filling 3D orbitals. In n equal to 5 we are filling 5s, 4d and 5p. So In fifth period we have S black and P black and D black orbitals. In sixth period, we are filling 6s first. Okay. After that we are filling 4f, 14 electrons in 4f orbital. After that we are filling D in third, and fourth we are filling 6p. This is the order. What I am writing here is order. First we filled 2 electrons in 6s. After that 14 electrons in 4f. After that we fill 10 electrons in 5d. After that final we are filling 6 electrons in 6p. Total how many electrons? 2, 14, 16, 26, 6, 32 electrons are present in this all subshell. So 32 elements will be filled. 32 elements will be filled in this sixth period, and here we have in this we have 4 F black elements also. In sixth period we have F black elements also. It is also happening in seventh period also. In seventh period also we are filling S black, D black, P black and F black also. Okay. If you observe this periodic table, this is the first period, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh period. In third period, in fourth period we have 18 elements. In fifth period we have again 18 elements. In sixth we have 32 elements, and seventh one is incomplete period. In sixth period, after lanthanum 57, we are filling 4f orbitals. So selenium 58 to lutetium 71, total 14 elements have differentiating electron in 4f subshell. So these selenium 58 to lutetium 71 elements are called lanthanides. And similarly in seventh period, from after actinium 89, 5f subshell is filled with differentiating electron thorium 92, lawrencium 103. So these are called actinides. These lanthanides are 4f series elements, and actinides are 5f series elements. And also in this, so how many lanthanides we have? 14 lanthanides, and again 14 actinides we have. These lanthanides and actinides will be placed below the periodic table in two separate rows. Lanthanide has one row and actinide has also another row. Now comes to groups. We have groups are of two types. One class is A type of groups, and another class is B type of groups. B type of groups are nothing but D black elements which are placed from third B to second B, means those are in IUPAC 3 to 12. IUPAC number is of D black groups is 3 to 12. These D black groups are denoted by, D black elements are denoted by B group elements, and S black elements. The first group, that is alkali metal family, and the second group alkaline earth metal family or belongs to S black, and this boron family 2 and boron family 2 zero group family are P black elements. Boron family 2 zero group element family are P black elements, and these S and P black elements are called A group family. That means this is first A group. First alkali metals are called first A group, alkaline earth metals are second A group, and the P black elements, that is first is boron family is third A group, carbon family is fourth A group, nitrogen family is fifth A group, and oxygen family is sixth A group, and fluorine family is seventh A group, and inert gas family is eighth A group. Okay. First, if we observe the first group, hydrogen is only gas, remaining are solids which are also metals. Hydrogen gas is non-metal. Comes to second group, all these are metals only. All these are metals which are in solid state only. First I am studying or I am trying to giving explanation about A group elements. Now we are completed S black elements of A type of group elements. Comes to next B type of group elements, which are P black elements. The boron and aluminium. Boron is non-metal. From aluminium onwards, all these are what? Metals. But here comes to fourth A group, that is 14th group in IUPAC. Carbon family. Carbon and silicon are non-metals. Germanium is metallide, which has 50% metal character, 50% non-metal character. It is also called semi-metal. And tin, lead and fluorine are metals. And germanium is the one and only metal, semi-metal, which will be exist in liquid state. It will be melt in at our body temperature. If we kept this germanium in our hand, it will be melt and comes into liquid state. That is germanium. Germanium is the one and only semi-metal which will exist in liquid state. Comes to 5th A group. These 5th A group elements are also called nicogens. Nicogens means the elements which are giving bad smell. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals. Arsenic is semi-metal. Stibbium and bismuth, antimony. Stibbium means antimony. These two are metals. Comes to 16th group or 6th A group, which is P black elements family. Oxygen and sulfur are non-metals which are exist in gaseous state, and selenium and tellurium. Oxygen exists in gaseous state. Sulfur to this metal, this element, all are in solid, all will be exist in solid state. Sulfur is non-metal. Selenium and tellurium are semi-metals. Polonium is radioactive element. This is also metal. Comes to, and the 6th A group has one name, that is chalcogens. Chalcogens means which are coming from or which will exist with ores and minerals. Chalcogens means mineral products. The 6th A group elements are the associated with different types of minerals and ores. And 7th A group elements. 7th A group elements are called halogens. Halogens means which are obtained from sea salts. Which are obtained from sea salts. Halose means sea salt. Halose means sea salt. And halogens means the elements which are obtained from sea salts. Fluorine, bromine, iodine, all these are non-metals. Fluorine and chlorine are gases. Bromium is the one and only non-metal which will exist in liquid state. Iodine exists in solid state. Astatine is a metal. Iodine is non-metal. Comes to 18th group, that is noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. All these are noble gases. All have non-metallic character, but this radon is the one and only metal which will exist in gaseous state. Please remember about radon. It will exist in the gaseous state, being a metal. And about germanium is the only one semi-metal which will exist in liquid state. And comes to B block or B group elements, which are the black elements. These are 3b, 4b, 5b, 6b, 7b, and 8b has 3 groups, that is ferrous family, cobalt family, and nickel family. In IUPAC those are 8, 9, 10 groups, and first B group has one special name, that is kyanase metal group. Why? Because from this copper, silver, and iron we can make coins. In olden days our people used gold coins also. Okay. And third B group, if we studied, we have to study this third B group in very well way. Why? Because in lanthanum, after we have getting 14 elements from selenium to lutetium. These 14 elements are lanthanates. These 14 elements also present in this third B group only, and after actinium we are getting thorium 92, lawrentium 103, again 14 elements in seventh period also. So total how many elements are present in this third B group? In this group, in this period after lanthanum, that is what, sixth period. After lanthanum we have 14 elements. In seventh period after actinium we have 14 elements which are actinates. 14, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So third B group has 32 elements. Third B group has 32 elements in it, which is the longest group in the periodic table. And the longest group is third B group, and longest period is sixth period. Why? Because it has 32 elements in it, and seventh period is incomplete period. In B type of groups, that is for D black elements, the fourth period is for D black elements, starts with scandium, ends with zinc. The D black elements of fourth period are called 3D transition elements, and the fifth period transition elements are called 4D transition elements, and sixth period transition elements are called 5D transition elements, and seventh period transition elements are called 6D transition elements. And here one more classification is there. The S and P black elements are combinedly together are called representative elements. Representative elements. Representative elements. And D block elements means one thing is there here. D block elements, all D block elements are called transition. All transition elements are called D block elements, but all D block elements are not transition elements. So the class is, second class is transition elements. Third class is inner transition elements. Inner transition elements. Representative elements means what? S and P block elements. Why we are telling these elements, representative elements, the S and P block elements are, why we are calling as representative means most of the chemical reactions are happening by S and P block elements. By this reason we are denoting this S and P block elements with as representative elements. Transition elements, there will be change from S black to P black from the D black elements only, from this D black elements only. So these D black elements are called transition elements. D black elements general electronic configuration is D block elements general electronic configuration is N-1D 1 to 10 NS 1 or 2 1 to 2. But transition state elements general electronic configuration is 1 to 9 N-D 1 to 9 NS 1 to 2 1 to 2 means what? This is called outermost shell, this is called penultimate shell. The inner shell or the before shell of outermost shell is called penultimate shell. In the penultimate shell will not be fulfilled in its general or neutral state or in its natural oxidation state. Then that D block element is called transition element. But transition elements, some transition elements must be filled with 10 electrons in its penultimate shell. So it is not obeying the definition of transition elements. So all D block elements are not, all D block elements are, all transition elements are D block elements, but all D block elements are not transition elements. And the general valence electron configuration for S block elements, first group is NS1 and this is NS2, and for this one NS2 to NP1, and this for this one NS2 NP2. After that it is happening finally NS2 NP6. This is outermost electron configuration, that is valence electron configuration for inert gases NH2 NPC except helium. Helium has 2s2, 1s2, 1s2, 1s2. Okay, we will discuss about periodic properties, how they will change in groups and periods in later class, and we also going to know or predict the period number, group number of an element which is provided by its atomic number. Thank you. Please subscribe our channel, like, share, and press on bell icon also to get immediate notification when I will upload a video about chemistry. Thank you, one and all.